Some weather we're having, huh? A very, very long way to get to Buffalo, city by the bay, and we appreciate every one of you being here, so thank you. I guess I'd first like to start to talk about Meg. You look beautiful. I actually have something to say, so cheers.
Talking about me.
So yeah, now to Mike, I guess. I've had the benefit of living with him or in the same town for pretty much my entire life, so I got to see him grow up, see him evolve from the a-hole big brother who would chase me into the bathroom when I made fun of his big ears because his head was in proportion to it, to his nice little goth phase where he had black lipstick and black nail polish. Followed shortly by Joshua Baker and him thinking they're the thugs of our little suburb, listening to Tupac, you know. Shortly thereafter, Mike realized that he was balding pretty prematurely and had this inadvertent skinhead phase, which was in his vows, actually, yeah. But since then, I've gotten to said it was incredible. See him become a very successful young professional that has accomplished more in, 27 years-ish than many can hope to accomplish in their whole life, so respect. And speaking of the evolution of Mike, I've also got to see Mike and Meg evolve. I believe the second meeting that Meg and I had, Mike may have called the cops on her for one reason or another. You know, most of us here have seen them at their best and their worst, and I guess that's enough said. But there's also a lot of good times, and one of those good times, I guess, would be the catalyst of how we're all here actually. When Mike proposed to Meg, so. Gotta read a story here. May 30th, 2012, Mike's birthday. In typical Mike fashion, Mike decides that day that he's going to propose. So he starts to get all sweaty and anxious, followed by probably playing some FIFA, which likely got him more sweaty. While Meg's at work, Mike makes a trip to buy the ring. So he heads to this really classy bodega and buys a piece of amber. Buys a piece of amber that's tied together with a piece of wire in the shape of a ring. And amber, by the way, is just, glorified hard syrup that's, really old. So, from what I hear, upon Meg arriving home, Mike says he has to ask Meg a question. He leaves the room to get the ring, and when he returns, ring in his sweaty hand, to see the whole fam, Gil and Jams on the couch, which apparently was the sign he needed to go forward. And at this point, I can only assume he either went on both knees or just stood up kind of awkwardly, but asked Meg a quick question. Okay. He was comfortable at least, So, Meg in disbelief asked Mike if he was serious. He said yes, and so did she. Later that night, Meg questions him, "So why do you want to marry me?" And Mike responds with quite possibly the most beautiful line that he's ever stumbled out of his mouth. "Well," he said, "we've been together for about 4 years now, and I still think you're pretty, and you mean well." So there you have it. That's the catalyst that led us all on this very awesome day so far. And I'd like to end on with a quote by Charles Bukowski that I think sums up their relationship pretty well. "If you get married, they think you're finished, and if you're without a woman, they think you're incomplete. Mike and Meg, you are not finished, but you are complete with one another. So let us all raise our glasses and cheers to the fine new Lynches."